Good evening and welcome everybody, it's Obi-Wan Pez 4 and Simplex Pachinko. We are going to be playing some more blueprints tonight, working on day 18. Seeing if we can find any more interesting things going on in the house. We also need to get our notes out. Yeah, okay, this is fine. That's a little better. Either way will work. Righto. So, we would like to be able to maybe see if we can get her ladyship's chamber on the east, connected with the boudoir and the walk-in closet. Other than that, if we get the office, we may need to log in with the admin password. Drafting strategy 3 we had in the library. I'm not sure if there's another one that we were missing. Well, we can try. Alright. Anything else? Right. Right. Dartboard puzzles, parlor games. We're up to 10 and 17 respectively. Mount Holly directory, find some new rooms. Try to get the full house. That's going to be tricky. And get the entire school in diploma trophy. Unlock all 8 realm sigils. I don't even know what a realm sigil is, so find room 8. Drafting strategy sweepstakes. So there must be something in the drafting strategy magazines that is going to tell us, like, oh, by the way, here's a here's a contest that you can all enter and win. So I'll have to get that. Create all workshop contraptions. We've got 4. We need 4 more. Okay. Nope, just still the bird. Nice. Root cellar, tool shed, and shrine. Alright, let's go root cellar, see what happens. Need to find a shovel. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories name Mary Marigold, last seen by Friday getting into a carriage after a late. No sign has been found yet. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Caesar cipher? Somewhere. We may also need to bring the magnifying glass back in here. Potato. And right, Epson Sinclair. Right. Simon and Clara had Mary. Mary married Daniel, had Simon. Lionel was the uncle. Of Clara. And then we had Lord William, Lady Ashlyn. Simon and Herbert's parents. I can't tell if that's Oravel or Oravi. I think it's an L. No. Maybe. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. Right. So, we need to bring magnifying glass back here. Just go with the spare room, go straight through. Parlor, I like putting in the corner. A purse. Every time you collect 3, you get an extra bonus. Okay. The white box does not have a statement. That is true. So this one must be false. The gems are in a box with a statement. Probably about the easiest one I've ever done. Alright, den, I like in this position. Points back to the center and also up the rest of the house. This is going back to the center. Can do the hallway and the bedroom's alright. I don't really like maid's chamber, and it's pointed the wrong direction, so we'll do bedroom. Right. Free movement. Simon and Clara, Daniel Marion, William Ashlyn, Thomas Laurel. No, not particularly. Like, I know that's great grandmother Orville, so probably great-grandfather Thomas's bedroom, I guess. Let's go with the storeroom and get increased, increase the amount of resources we have. If we get a shovel, we'll get back here. Okay. What if we don't? Don't want to draft here. Can get a closet for 2 items. Hope there's a shovel. No. Oh. Billiard room's a dead-end corridor, goes straight, but is unlocked, so it's kind of a waste. Items for sale. I can try this out, see if we got anything useful in the commissary, especially a shovel. Apparently today is the day. Yes, sir. Shovel, please. Sakano! Hey, how's it going? Yes, I figured that was the case. I saw, yeah, his shout out was followed by 2 follows, so thank you very much. Welcome on in. I guess we'll, right, let's not spend a lot. Alright, now that we have the shovel, we can go back through all these rooms and ooh. I have not had that before. That is also the layout almost looks like a room itself. Okay, cool. sorry, short circuit. Yeah, so welcome on in. We do mathy type stuff usually on Mondays and Wednesdays. And we do gamey type stuff here on Tuesdays and Fridays. We've also been pushing sometimes on Thursday to do a TTRPG prep, which at the moment is more of a catch-up. I'm already like 10 sessions in, and I have not written down all of the early stuff, so we're trying to write all the early stuff into an actual document, get it kind of dumped out of my brain so that I don't forget things, and then eventually we'll start writing future stuff in there, so should be interesting. We're doing a campaign of Titan's Grave, the Ashes of Volcano, which was a 2014, I think, Will Wheaton show on Geek and Sundry, which was then adapted to a standalone expansion. Old shoe. Set theory stuff. Well, dare I ask? I mean, you might have talked about it in Dawn's now that I'm thinking about it, but... did not necessarily get the whole story. Nothing in there. Already dug up. Nothing else, right? Nope. Already got that one. Alright, now we dig in here. Dining room. Once you reach rank 8, food will be served here. Sure. The fact that it's right next to the door, slightly ridiculous. It's okay. We'll go back out to the root cellar, dig up all the holes that they got there. We're already like getting a 2/3 of our total step count for the day. Not great, but you know, we'll get some fruit that's laying around probably. Old tin can. Nice. +1. Nice. Yep. Righto. Still do not have a magnifying glass, so we can't do anything particularly useful. I don't see any dig spots out in the open. Right, nothing to go straight, so do we want the library off this? Do we want the billiard room? Yeah, we'll go library. Ordinality of cardinal voting systems exposing ranked choice within approval voting. Adjust floor plan's rarity. Corner allows us to go through. Probably will have a dig spot. +10 steps doesn't actually cut anything off at this point, so this would be perfectly acceptable as well. The library might not be going the right way. Well, let's go for the conservatory right now. We'll worry about it in a second. Nothing of interest is buried here. Cool. Unimpressive pebbles. Coins. Okay. Standard is fine. Unusual is probably fine here. Nurse's Station commonplace. Yeah, I like that. Locksmith being slightly rare is just fine for me. I don't really need to change any of that. Drafting locations. Yep. Oh, bookshop needed to be only a corner. Oh, only draftable from the library. Well, that's too bad. See if any of this is going to be worth anything. Ooh. Okay, library does go up. That's beneficial. Pantry also goes up for cash, but we don't really need that. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Okay, and slip. We have seen all of these. Sightseer's Guide, Swimbird, Fixed Stars, History of Orinda, EPCW Pump System, and Drafting Strategy 3 Architectural Digest. Yep. Have seen all of them. Okay. So we don't particularly need to see any of them. History of Orinda unredacted version is in the bookshop, and it costs 50 coin. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. Let's go check out. Everyone says approval voting is a cardinal system, but I don't agree based on the fact that it's 1 degree of intensity. I don't know that I necessarily understand the any better than naive version of what it is you're saying. Cardinal systems, it's the score of how much I support a candidate. Okay. Fair. Let's get the fixed stars for tomorrow and see what happens. Showroom. Expensive. Conference room. Every time items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed here instead. Kind of like how it's also giving me both directions. So let's go with the conference room. And we also get a little bit of fruit, so we can get some bonus steps. The safe code. Now why? Why would they give me a number on a sheet that says it's a lie if it's not, like, you know, close? Boiler room, like it. Will connect. Laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room. No, I don't have any of those, right? Laboratory, garage, laundry room, no. Furnace, pump room. Okay. Let's do boiler. And we'll come back. Workshop. Goes the right direction at least. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. Let's do workshop. Once you get the logic down. Yeah, that's also fair. Battery. Alright, we also need the ballroom, if we can. No. Yeah, well, worth a shot. Shovel and a coin purse. Okay, so the shovel and the battery pack allow us to get the, I can't remember if it's metal detector or sledgehammer, maybe? Okay, pantry is a dead end. Utility closet gets us the breaker box, but is also a dead end. Passageway is pretty useless, except that it gets us connected to the foundation. Still got 40 steps. Let's do breaker box. Turnip should prove to be a nutritious snack. Lovely. Keycard entry system off. Garage on. Darkroom toggle. No, I don't remember. Obviously. There we go. That's it. Alright, let's see. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Now I don't remember what the thing was. Start right, makes blue propagate left. Yep. Plus, press blue next to red to make purple. 5 purple to make 6th red turn to purple, I think. Cool. I still don't actually know what this is because we don't... There we go. No. Curses. Boo. Right. I screwed it up. There we go. Not that any of that matters because I haven't done any actual work to figure out what that is. But hey. Approval voting, I can vote for as many candidates as I want in a 3-candidate model. Right, okay. Yes. That makes perfect sense. If you approve of A, then you disapprove of B and C. If we're just using the either current standard model to explain what we're doing, or if we're saying that you only vote for A in the approval model. Yes, agree. Unimpressive rock. This thing. This belonged to the EPCW system. What was it supposed to represent? This was... Grr. It's like a boiler or something. I can't remember what it actually is supposed to represent. Okay, that's going across, so we will be able to get there. But that door is not open. That requires this one. So then that requires that thing to be open. Oop, right. Can't get over there at the moment. Right. It's coming from here. Well, no, right? We want this now. Yep, that way. Hey. Ranking A goes above BC. Yeah. Right, that was for the door thing. this is going to... Oh, okay, yeah, we need two things going to the door in order for this to work. Or we go this way, it shuts off the door and goes up here instead. Yep. Diverter. Right, okay. Okay, that goes here. Right, so with this is not connecting anything at the moment. That's why that doesn't work. Okay. So then here, we go like this. Proving this heuristic and logic is quite difficult because you have to be ultra specific. Yes, I can imagine. We want to like connect. I really want to remember where that goes. Now I don't. That goes there. This goes here. That's the second one going into the boiler. Can also draft. This we want to go straight through, at the very least. Drawing room's pretty good. We're not going to be drafting anything out of this room, which is too bad, but it's okay. Foundation on the other side where we get some dig spots. So nice. Here, right? Can either open this door by sending this over. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. Door is locked open. That is perfectly fine. Greenhouse. I don't know that I've actually done greenhouse before. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Dead end. Pantry, billiard room. I like this, but at the moment we've only got one space that we're working with, which is just the foundation. Sure, why not? For today. Alright, greenhouse. And especially since we're doing a lot of digging. Right, metal detector, greater chance of finding. Hey Famish, how you doing? Ah, there's the broken one. So if we go and we find a handle, we can bring it back here. Right, these have the rain hoses, pipes, whatever, rain pipe. Turnip. Now we're doing alright in terms of steps. Just doing some maths. Nice. Which kind of maths? Hey, a gem. Hey, number 5, greenhouse. trees. Yep, okay. So, in bold, right, this was the... In bold, we have the word sheets. Trees found inside will never shade, the gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coin, nor toss away. So toss away these sheets you find a worthy trade. So, the bold words all say first words on the sheets are true message. This is then going to be trees. So, find among the white trees blank blank stones. So we need to get back to the ballroom to find the last two sheets that we have the bold words on, but not the first words. White trees. Birches. Linear equations in 3 variables? Nice. I usually do that by linear algebra these days. But it is much simpler to work it out with algebraic equations when you haven't done the linear algebra approach. Okay, we dug up the deposit box key, which means that we need to go find the vault as well. And I don't actually know what the requirements are. Oh, right. We also need a hammer. We need the power sledge to slam through this wall. We did that on one of the other ones. Grr. Okay, and the south lever is at the greenhouse. Yep. Yep. That's what that is. Or south lever bring to greenhouse. Broken. I do tend to like reading stuff, but I have fallen off so hard from actually reading basically anything these days. It's really sad. Oftentimes I don't have the patience, but I think that's part of the issue, is just being upset with the whole world at the moment, you know. Okay, that's here. Ooh. Activate. Yes. Woohoo! Boiler room is currently not particularly sending anything out to the rest of the house. It's all good. So, boiler room, we need the laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, or pump room in order to use that in any useful and meaningful way. Okay, so we got this. which gets us one of the safes. And we still don't know how to open it. We know for a fact that it is not 9083. We know that it is not 3809. We've already tried. I think we've tried every possible combinations. There are 24 possible combinations of 4 numbers. 0983 is a date. No. 0893. Okay. $8. 0839. Nah. Alright. Not gonna get it. Found a decent PDF. Nice. Hopefully that will help explain if that's going to be helpful to you. Right. We cannot get that and go down underground. We would have to go underground and then dig. Really? Only 2 dig spots in this entire dirt floor? I come in here half the time and there's like 4 and I don't have a shovel. Boo. Courtyard. Alright, so Chamber of Mirrors is all nice and stuff, but the issue is that you have to come in from the different sides independently. You can't, like, wherever you come in, it's essentially a dead end. Hey, that's better. Nothing of interest. Key. Give me a sledge. No. Alright. That's too bad. Ooh, scrap of paper. Battery pack and compass. Better write this down. Thank you. Yep, I got it. Thanks. We're gonna... we should probably take this, just in case. Come on, lockpicks. Compass. And we do have a battery. A treasure map, apparently. That particular location? Here. I don't know how I feel about that. Good evening, Counter Freak. So not exactly. My channel name has to do with the... I was doing some research on using the Pascal expansion of, thank you for the follow, Pascal expansion of polynomials and probability in terms of dropping a theoretical ball through a simplex pachinko machine. So the if you notice my the profile picture, the icon that I use is a quick rendering of how to do that in 3 dimensions, where you drop a ball bearing through hexagonal prisms, and then underneath there are it will hit a central point, and it will have 3 possible other hexagonal prisms it can go into. And by making layers like that, we could eventually have like a catchment basin in the bottom and end up with a trinomial distribution in 3 dimensions, which is very similar to a binomial distribution in 2 dimensions. If you've ever seen the the things that drop through the Pascal triangles, I really need to get a video of that. I'm sure somebody has it. There is a mathematical part to the Boston Museum of Science that is called Mathematica. And if you ever go there, kind of want that. Again, we're down to 1 access point for the entire floor plan. Yeah, we'll do it. Car keys. Bits and pieces, yep. So yeah, if you were to drop, if you know the game Plinko from The Price is Right, right? That is a Pascal binomial distribution, where it drops through. That's oil. I'm standing in oil. Lovely. Where it drops through, and then it has one of 2 ways that it can go, and then each of those has one of 2 ways they can go, and each of those has one of 2 ways they can go. And then eventually, if you drop enough ball bearings through the exact same spot, or enough of the Plinko chits through the exact same spot, then it will stack up at the bottom and show you a nice little binomial distribution like that. It's similar to a normal distribution, but it's not quite correct. It's not quite the same. Binomials are ever so slightly different than our normal distribution, which is based on E and all that cool stuff. So I figured out, well, wait, why don't we do this in 3 dimensions? And like we could actually physically build a thing. We could build a thing and like have basically a triangle with a bunch of hexagonal prisms that are all packed in neatly like a honeycomb, and then we could drop little ball bearings at the top, and then they could fall through. They hit the next layer underneath, which are all offset slightly from the ones above them, and when it hits the central point, then it has 3 different hexagonal prisms that can go either in direction A, direction B, or direction C toward the corners. And that's the same as if you were saying, like, I want to pick A or B or C in a trinomial distribution. A plus B plus C raised to the nth power. So I started working out, like, what all the coefficients would be for something like that. And then I found out that all of this had been done like hundreds of years ago. I'm like, yes, of course it's been done 100 years, or a couple 100 years ago. But nonetheless, I started looking at it. I started looking at several other really cool things, and we were working on my department chair at the time. Said, what if we were to expand this and start looking at like some other interesting aspects of it, and had some ideas, gave a bunch of ideas to his students, and then gave me a bunch of the, like, also some of the, oh, no more gems. We could also give me a bunch of these other things, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So we worked on doing some research. My question was essentially, what are the sums of all of the coefficients going across each row? And in binomial distribution, right, with a Pascal triangle, we know what those are. Those end up being, I think, all powers of 2? Yes, right. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. So if you look at it, right, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Yeah, those are all powers of 2. And so the ratio between the successive sums is 2. And so that's kind of cool. Like, oh, interesting. I guess it's not that interesting because it's a binomial, so you have one of 2 possible ways that you can go. So therefore, the number of total possibilities, the number of total paths, is just multiplying by 2 every time, right? So yeah, okay, that's pretty obvious. But then we started looking into like how to expand this into higher dimensions and doing it with so I wanted to do it with higher dimensions, and I wanted to do it with higher summability. So you start saying like, okay, the number, the coefficient that's in each individual cell in the entire Pascal triangle thing is not just going to be the sum of the next 2 things above it. It's going to be like the sum of the previous 2 rows, if there are any, right? So not just the ones above, but the ones above them too. And like, how does that change stuff? So interestingly, it does change stuff, and it kind of does some cool things. So if anybody's interested in that, feel free to have a look. I've been doing a little bit of it here and there. I decided that I needed to learn Python and maybe get a better notational system before I actually had like another real look at it, another real attempt. 15. This is 4 divided by 2, should be 2. This is 7. Minus 3 is 4. Times 5 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. This is 1 plus 19 is 20. Minus 6 is 14. Times 2 is 28. Divided by 7 is 4. Hell yeah. Okay, use. Security, helpful. Still don't have any gems. Damn. We're getting stuck. Oh no. Guest bedroom. It's the only thing we can do at this point. Ugh. I hate it. Come on, gems. No gems, but we got the car keys. Gems? No. Curse. Okay. 10 seconds to go until ads start, so we will leave it here for now. We'll be back in just 3 minutes or so. Yeah. Definitely. And occasionally I come back to it and we do some stuff on stream, so we'll definitely talk about it. Okay. 3 minutes. Be right back. Righto. Thank you everybody for hanging around. We are going to do a quick form in Tai Chi and maybe also karate. So, we're going to be doing some Tai Chi tomorrow. I got to remember how to do the form. I remember probably 90% of what I've actually learned so far. Which, you know, pretty good. However, I want to try to get that 100%. And also, it's really, really good if you practice every day doing your martial arts, even if you don't feel like it. So, as much as I could just, you know, not stream and take a nap in that chair, which does happen sometimes. Well, at least try and do some martial arts. Try and do a little bit of workout, just so we don't get too lazy. Struggle is real. So basically what I've got going on right now is, this is a warm-up that we do in Tai Chi. I don't actually think I'd ever learned it before, which is kind of amazing. Basically, you tuck a little bit of quote-unquote energy into the inguinal crease, which is that little crease that exists along the groin muscle between your quads and your abdomen. I'm going to just unlock my car anyway. And when you tuck into it, you tend to like gather some of your muscle in here, both in your quads and your abdomen, and then you're able to push off of it rather explosively. So it does some really good stuff. So if you end up, like I said, just kind of tuck into this inguinal crease here, and then if you're trying to like do an up block punch in karate, or in Tai Chi, we do a lot of like horizontal motion like this. It does a lot of really good stuff. So basically what we're doing is we're doing just basically like a simple trunk rotation like this, but instead of just letting your hands fly out like I did in, you know, elementary school, basically what we're doing is now we're going to take some of that rotational energy, put it into the inguinal crease, and then when we pop out, we're not just going to let our hands go across, rather we're going to kind of let them fly where they're going to, and try to keep them close to the body. So here, as we do these trunk rotations, we're going to bend the arms and they come up a bit, and then if we include the inguinal crease stuff here, this also allows them to kind of fly downward a bit harder. And this is especially good when we start getting into other motions in Tai Chi. So typically, they're in our particular style of Tai Chi Chuan. There's a lot of like motion where somebody might, for instance, decide that they're going to throw hands. And in this case, it is actually a lot more throwing hands than like a lot of other karates and stuff like that, because you know, martial arts of whatever kind, because oftentimes what we're doing is we're going to be like blocking something else, and we're going to literally just like throw our hand at their hand. Especially if you get a little C grip like this, you can slap like an incoming punch, or I mean even kick, and deflect it downward, outward, whatever you need to do, and it gives it a little bit of an extra pop. But then also you can do a quick retaliate, and again, this is going to be like with a very loose wrist. If you pop down and then up and then smack into somebody's head, they're less likely to try to attack you again. Especially when you reveal you know what you're doing. Alright, there's a bunch of other warm-ups, but we're good for now. So, Tai Chi form starts like this. We start from a what's called a bear. So we take up a decent amount of space like this. Tuck into the right inguinal crease. Step left, straighten out. Breathe in. Out. Tuck into the left inguinal crease, create what's typically known of in Tai Chi circles as the energy ball. There's no energy here specifically, but it is doing something which, when we do something like this, oftentimes we're like blocking something or taking some sort of energy, quote unquote, from somebody else and like moving it away. So moving it offline, doing something weird that's going to like knock the other person off balance. We do a ward off left, switch sides, straighten out the back leg. Right hand stays lively but low. And then we turn with the right toes, step back and right, ward off, roll back, press, and push, lean back, turn on the right heel. We got this like weird pigeon toe things with the legs, but that's actually what we're doing. Lean back and turn into the inguinal crease, come back down, and then do a single whip as the left leg snaps back into place. Kind of spins around. Step left with the left hand facing back. This is kind of a block usually. And then we turn the hand, shift our weight forward, and turn the back foot kind of all at the same time. Come down, lift hands, come down, shoulder strike, and then we go to white crane. All right, then from here, I'm going to turn because otherwise I run out of room very easily. From here, we do a brush knee, so block, block, and strike at the same time. And then we step even, strum the lute, block, block, strike. And then we tuck left, at the same time step. We're going to step right and swipe through. This is going to be a block. This comes back. It's usually like a back fist into a ready position. The right leg is turned completely 90 degrees, and then we step through with the left and punch. Then we tuck to the left, drop the hand underneath, switch where usually what's happening is we're holding somebody's weight off with our forearm. So we take the weight off with the left arm, open up the right arm, and just let it fall through. This is the Bruce Lee saying, be like water, my friend. And then once we do that, we push, lean back, and then twist. Again, our left leg is now facing that way. Our right leg is still going like 45 degrees to the wall, so it's really awkward. Then we pop back out, come back up, and rest. Then keep having to change position because this is a tiny place. Then we turn our right toe as we come out like this. And then we want to go step back 45 degree toward the back wall. And then as we shift our weight, both hands go that way to throw or strike, depending on what you're doing. And then we bring our right hand up, go into a roll back, press and push, and then again lean back, pigeon toe, single whip, again, this time at 45 degrees, block, shift, do that. Then here, we lean back, and I missed a step in there, that's fine. Now we come forward on this one. We come forward on this one, and we step even. Yeah. So we have to step through, swat with both hands, and then our right hand comes back to rest. Our left hand is going to come back around over the top and pop. So this is an odd sort of move, but basically this is going to be a like throwing your hand into the face of your opponent or something like that, and it happens with basically no weight on your front leg either. So it's just kind of like a pop. That's it. We're getting there. We're getting to almost the halfway point in the overall form. It is a big form. Takes most people about 10 minutes to do it in total. I was like, ugh. Tonight we are hashtag not sponsored by Indian Fever Tree Indian Tonic Water. Tonight's is cucumber flavored. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mechanarium has one door for each gear room in your house, so there are 3 others besides this one. So that should mean that all 4 doors are open. And I don't think I've ever actually used the Mechanarium, so. Oh. Oh. Interesting. West Wing Hall, which we have been told not to draft. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Kind of nice. Is missing. The it is a dead end though. So we will be missing that one space. I kind of want to try to fill the whole place, but today does not seem like it's going to be the day. But we could try it. Why not? Right, so we can't do this. Meh. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Turnip. Man, we're almost back up to where we started. That's awesome. Few old coins and then a gem. So now we can draft the thing we no longer need to draft. Woohoo! Okay, so 3. Okay. Does this go diagonal then? Oh. Oh. That's the western door. Backups, right? Mechanarium. Has a lever. Okay, aquarium opens more stuff. Freezer will freeze the coins and gems, which is 30 and 1. I mean... this will also end the day because we can't go any further. I think we want to still open up using the aquarium and attempt to go further. Yes, I know. It's a key. And a coin. That is patio, I think. That's the laundry room. Old shoe. And a handle. So that, we could actually go back to the greenhouse and plug it in. I don't think I want to. 9 keys, I think we're good. In theory, we could go back to the utility closet and use this. Corridor is always unlocked. I do like that. Especially given that we're right next to the open door. Not that that's going to really matter. Oh, laboratory. Yeah, thanks. Can you give me gems? Nope. Oh! Whoa. Immediately, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing today if we have the security room. Hey Rex, how you doing? When you draft a hallway from another hallway. That's kind of nice. Do we, first of all? do not. Yes, it does even have a computer. This is 1993. Man, I really want to do this. Log into network. Welcome to the lovely sounds of the original internet. Mm-hmm. Can get a special order to the commissary. It may take 1 to 3 days. Let's do magnifying glass. Sure, let's try it. Now, hang on a second. Go back in, experiment setup. Continue with experiment. Okay, each time you unlock or bypass a security door, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. That is bonkers. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get a security room drafted again today, but, oh man, that would be absolutely wild if I can take advantage of that. So right now my allowance is 2. So that means that every day that we come in, there's an envelope with 2 gold on the 2 coins on the counter. Again. We just found some free money. So this is now powered off, so we can't actually go in there and do it. However, we can go all the way back to the utility closet, flip it back on, and now we're going to be able to, yeah, we're going to be able to make a lot of money here. All right, so back to the aquarium, back to the hallway, corridor. Excuse me? Oh. This looks like the spot. I mean, time to start digging? I have a problem. Sir. Like, I have a shovel, but I don't think I drafted the right thing for this. Really? One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. 25. Wow, okay. We're gonna want a freezer. That's bonkers. Okay, dark room. Observatory, no. Office, no. Right, so we want the dark room. If this shuts off... Yeah, it does. Man. Okay, so we need to go back to the other place. Right. So courtyard, foundation, drawing room, boiler room, conference room, workshop, utility closet. It's a long way. Also, see if that changes anything. I don't think it does, but like I think the rooms have to be attached in order. Wait, hang on. Something vaguely in this direction. Yeah, I don't think it really works, but that way. Okay, so we got the conference room, turn, workshop. Yeah. Also, the workshop now has possibility of making some other stuff. Battery pack and compass. Make the electromagnet. Okay. I have not made this before, so why not? You are more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting. Automatically collect coins and keys when entering a room. Nice. I do like that. Shovel. Metal detector is a detector shovel. I've definitely made this before. Greater chance of finding... greater chance of finding both coins and keys, and much greater chance of finding them while digging. That's wild. Coin purse does not match with anything else. Key card does not match with the broken lever, so nothing else at the moment. We need to go back here. We need to flip on the key card entry system, and then we need to flip on the dark room. And now we go back. Yay. Wait, no, that's right. This is not on. Right. There's like a little boiler system ventilation shaft in the corner of the room, and it is not on. So that is telling me that the boiler is not connected to here. I think they do need to be next to each other, but I don't actually know that. Okay. So right at the aquarium to get us to the laboratory. Which now... Ka-ching. Nice. Security. Yep, security's gonna get us... Allowance has been raised. Awesome. is us. We need to now state inventory. 1 gem, 1 key that we have not opened yet, probably in the dark room. Keycard system. Keycard settings. Set security level to high because now we have a keycard, and if we can find more of these, we will keep raising our allowance. Change offline mode. It doesn't really matter. So normally what you do is you can switch the keycard setting to high, set the offline mode to unlocked, and then go and switch off the system in the breaker room. And that ends up like unlocking more doors than you probably should have. So it's pretty nice. I'll leave it as unlocked. It doesn't matter because I'm not changing the other thing. That would be a tremendous waste of time. Waste of steps. State inventory and log into network. Hang on. Okay. Combination electromagnet with the shovel, the detector shovel is like, that's going to be absolutely insane. Electronic mail only from the office. Okay. View active terminals, laboratory connecting. Right, successful triggers. I really liked Experiment 5. Every time you eat an apple, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. We never got to use it because there were no more apples. But that was wild. Yeah, the other ones were pretty good. Some of them, again, only 1. But worked all right. Haha. Oh, it's so good. Green rooms do not cost gems. Yep. Allowance raised. Nice. That is not openable from this particular location, but that's okay. Come in through here. Yes. Alright, we're now at 30 steps, so be careful. There we go. Key automatically collected. Gem. There is a gem somewhere. Not necessarily in this room. Right. So this gets us back to Moon Door. Open. Still plenty of keys. Laundry room and trophy. Wow, okay. 5 gems required. Jeez. Launder currency. 8 gems, though? Sure, why not? I don't know where I would have left a gem. Right, so spin cycle. This service costs 5 and will exchange all gems with all coins. So we'd end up with 67 gems and 1 coin. This service costs 5 coins and will exchange all gems with all keys. Fluff and fold. This service costs 10 coin and will exchange all keys with all coins. Again, that would end up being 57 keys to 7 coin. I think we'll pass for now. That is wild. Love it. This would also be nice to have that connected to the boiler room. But, unfortunately, basement key. To continue up, you must go down. Yeah, we already knew that. That was, I think, openable only the once then. Ah, man. I really want to explore that secondary office that was in there, but it does not appear to be available. Cloister? Okay. There is some way inside of here, obviously. Nice. Allowance going up 1 more, yet again. Observatory. Walk-in closet. Okay, we get a new star. +1 key. Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. As of right now. Not particularly helpful. But that's alright. We do not need it to be helpful. Whee! There's gotta be a way to, like, remove one of these blocks so that I can get inside there and dig something. Because I'd really like to dig, and I've got a shovel. This door is locked. Down. What is here? I don't think you can use the... yeah, no. Weight room, lose half. No, thank you. Ballroom. Damn. Boo. Yeah, I have to use them. Archives. Do not get to see all 3. Okay. Just thought I'd try. Vault. Ah, damn it. Boudoir. Hmm. Kitchen. Oh, well, the dining room all the way at the bottom would have that available for us. Let's go for random. Boo. Alright. Lavatory, nothing particularly useful about this, unfortunately. Yeah, there's nothing here. So, this is also a thing. Can we match up groups of bedrooms for each individual person? So, Herbert has the lavatory. He also has another bedroom, probably. There's got to be the master, right? There is a master bedroom. I think that can only be drafted on edges. And then her ladyship's bedroom is attached to the boudoir. I think it can only be accessed in a southerly direction. So you have to come in and then go south. And then the walk-in closet would be attached to the boudoir. I think that's how it more or less should go. Back to the archives, we can fill in the other 4. Smudges. Maybe. Maid's chamber, less likely to find stuff. No, thank you. Archive floor plan. Okay, furnace. A key. I think I need some more turnips. Okay, so that also means that the electromagnet is not picking up buried keys. Important. Okay. This. Right. Passageway can't do, weight room can't do, so archive floor plan, let's try it. Mailroom. Order placed. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. We ordered the magnifying glass. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravain to sender. He is no longer employed with our staff. Did he really? I think it was something like, did he really get fired for something? But somebody tried to cover it over. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Right. So if we get the if we get the office, then use the appropriate login, we should be able to ask what in the hell that is all about. Hey. Can we get that freezer now? It's too late anyway. Dad. I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him, so do us both a favor, be excited. Get some sleep each night, don't spend all your time each day playing dirigiblocks. Dead end? Yep. Okay, I got 11 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can't make it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can make it back to the garage. It's not particularly helpful. But we do have the car keys. Okay, locked. No fruit laying around, right? Curses. Right, courtyard, garage, car keys. Damn. Get the secret garden key. It didn't matter. I mean, it opened the other thing anyway, but no fruit. Pretty sure there wasn't any fruit. Man. Drop off address 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south end of Trinsdale. Goods are already secure in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Right, moonshine. Well, no magnifying glass, so we'll just end the day here, staring out over the... I can't quite see the falls, but you know what I mean. Call it a day. Yes. Project and geometric paradoxes. Start by choosing an irrational number between 0 and 1. From the origin, you draw a line segment of length 1 to 0, 1. Then each new segment added is rotated by an angle of 2 pi theta from the previous. So the angle between L1 and L2 is 2 pi theta. If you had another line segment L3, rotated 2 pi theta. Okay, so repeat. What happens when you rotate this whole segment by 2 pi theta? Look at it in 3 dimensions. Similar version to Banach-Tarski. Garden excavation site of the dead. Lovely. 12 dead-end rooms. 36 excavated dig spots. 7 green rooms. 2 new rooms. Again, I'm pretty sure that was Mechanarium and probably something. I've definitely done terrace. Oh, greenhouse. Yeah, I think. Continue. We will do one more day. Think we've got enough time. Day 19. Really too bad that we... Much bigger allowance envelope, I think. 5. Nice. Get that one more often, I think, right? Permanently raise your allowance. Awesome. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 in the tomb. That is unbelievably awesome. I mean, let's do shrine. I don't know that I've done this in a while. Beneficial blessing will last for several days. Let's just go all in. Blessing of the Gardener. Add 8 courtyards to your draft pool. Blessing duration, 3 days. Alright. So, ad break's going to start, and again, we will head off for 3 minutes. I recommend everybody cycle that water, go and do what you need to do, get a snack, get a drink, what have you, and we'll see you back here in 3. Very short amount of time, really. So counter freak, let's see. I have seen something similar-ish to that. Is theta a constant once you've selected it? Like, is it always the same angle between every single line segment? I think the one that I've seen is like, it... if you change theta, like, you have a stack of segments that go like this into like a spiral. And then if you change theta to be larger, it curls faster. And then if you make theta more shallow of an angle, then it, takes longer to curve. I think like if you were to make theta then a like variable essentially, or like a slider, you're able to put it on a slider, then you can actually see the difference between like this curve here and then it like the whole thing just kind of curls around faster and makes some sort of crazy big spiral. All right, parlor. Let's go, punk. Gotta get that 40th. Ugh. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. Every box contains gems. Okay. This statement is false. Not this statement is false, but the statement every box contains gems is false. Every box is black. Also false. That means that this must be true. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replaced the word every with the word this. This is a true statement. The statement on one of the other, so every box is black, turns to this box is black, which is also false. Every box contains gems, turns to this box contains gems, and therefore the gems are in this box. Man, that one really takes it out of you. Okay. Pantry, kitchen, utility closet. Let's do utility closet because we can. Okay, garage turn on, and then we'll worry about the rest of it. Oh wait, and gymnasium turn off. Take that. So, gymnasium will no longer take 2 steps every time we enter it. Which means we can actually put down the gymnasium anytime we want. Security already. Alternatively, billiard room. I want to save hallway. I mean, we already got the utility closet. Let's use the security system again. Now we can say, I would like the keycard system to be set to high, meaning we're going to get a lot of keycard doors. But we're going to change the offline mode to unlocked. And then we're going to go back to who's it's over there and flip it off. And in that way, yeah. Da. And in this way, wasting a lot of steps here already, but whatever. Our keycard entry system is now off, which means that we have a lot of doors which are now going to be unlocked if they are keycard entry. Ugh. Boiler room. Sure. Why not? Please give me... Nope. We do not have anything that can give me literally anything. Right. Might as well use the spare room. It'll just go to the foundation. Right, and then here, again, can use this to go to the door. Open this and see what we got. Storeroom. A little bit of everything. Bedroom, free movement, dark room. Waste a bunch of steps again. Storeroom for now. In my defense, it would be fewer steps now, but still. Alright, no other special items, just kind of laying around. No holes in the floor. Not really. Alright, flip that back over here. Give that power back to boiler. Okay, there's nothing that way. Not really anything that way either. Ooh. That does, on the other hand, have a... There is a connection. Just double check, make sure we don't have any resources laying around on the floor. Nope. Cool. Right. So, this is hooked in, even if it doesn't do anything. Down to the entrance hall or up to the foundation. So we should probably go up to the foundation first. Wine cellar. Courtyard, always unlocked. Your package has been delivered. To get the magnifying glass. One amateur lockpick, 2 gems. I don't remember ordering that. That might have been like ages ago. but it only sent the order yesterday. Anyway, letter from Dad. Mechanarium. Billiard room. There are already 3 other locations that are that kind of house, so nice. Sure, why not? Vault plus 40. 3 gems, we got it. But don't have the other stuff. Don't have a shovel. No. Well, I don't have a shovel to get potentially the vault key, but sure, we'll draft the vault just in case. Lockpick. Nice. Courtyard. Do not see a shovel immediately. Don't seem to be able to pick. Alright, so we'll unlock this door. Pantry. Or chamber mirrors. See what happens. It's on the opposite side. Cool. Right. Ugh. Oh, hey. Wednesday, November 25th. Day 14 was Friday the 20th, and today is 19th. So, yep, 25th November. Nice. So, if at any point you were curious what day it was, the vault can help you with that. I was able to figure it out nonetheless, but still. And the library was the one that I figured it out from. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Veranda. Spare room. Boudoir. Main. Boudoir is really the only chance we got to get anything here, so... Take the ivory dice. Redraft. And 1 gem. Billiard room, dead end. Conference room, through. Garage, dead end. Now we're counting on the entrance hall to be like the only way that we can actually do anything. Yeah, let's do the conference room. It'll allow us to get into the Chamber of Mirrors as well, and also get past that, so it'll be fine. West Wing Hall allows us to get to the top of the Chamber of Mirrors again. So, probably good idea, you know. Observatory. Alright, bunk room or closet for 2 items. Closet for 2 items. Come on, shovel. Nope. I have gotten a shovel here before. A metal detector. Nope. Damn. Alright. Curses. That's back in the original room. Alright, where do we go from here? We have to go back to the Mechanarium. Might as well go back to the Chamber of Mirrors. Flick the next switch. Okay, that's unconnected entirely, so... Nothing. Oh, key though. Use that key to go back over there again. Or there. Sure, why not? Got nothing better to do, really. Library. Parlor will go into the Chamber of Mirrors again. Library will go out. Commissary goes to the Chamber of Mirrors. I think I want the commissary in case I can get a shovel again. No. Damn. Running shoes, please. Sledgehammer. And magnifying glass. It's a lot of money, but... There we go. Key. Come back down. Right, okay. Please put that back up. Right. Now we're in the position where we can go and do just about anything. What's here? Vault again. Oh no. Gymnasium is off, so we could probably do that. closet. Right, gymnasium is off. So we should be able to just walk in. Let's back up. Here, this takes this entire section, moves it up. And then we don't have anything that we can actually do up here. There's got to be something. Probably just not now. It's fine. There we go. Okay. So from here, opposite end is gymnasium. Again, should be able to just walk in and not lose multiple. Nice. Foundation. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. I don't think I've ever actually thrown that before, so nice. Yeah, cool. Okay. Library. Drawing room. Corridor, always unlocked. I think I like that one. Especially right now. Den? Wow. Never see one this far up. We'll always draw library when drafting from this room. So, let's see how this goes. We're going to draft the library. Lockpick, nice. Draft the library. From the... Ooh, nice. Not very much, but still. Scrapbook. Right. Sync-a-co. 1 through 9 backwards. Yeah. Not particularly helpful. Alright. Favorite floor plans? The pool. Alright, 5. Dowsing rod. I can't remember what that was supposed to do. Like, you know, it detects water or whatever, but... Burning glass, no. Stamp collection. A. Stamps found on the estate and inspected will be added to this page. Most avoided floor plans. Yes, unfortunately. I guess. Highest grade, 2. Alright. Room 46, inheritance, 15231. Oh, was that the other day, like 2 days ago? No, yesterday, literally. Because I could definitely do that a lot faster. No. Can I? Clara Epson is our grandmother. Yes. 1961. Nothing there. Nothing there. Aquarium. Every color. Chapel. It's kind of better that way. Because, yeah, we lose one, but at the same time, walk-in closet, 4 items. Bonkers. Music room, 1 major, 1 minor, key. East Wing Hall. Ooh. Ooh. We should do that one. Come at that from above. Hopefully get into her ladyship's bedroom. I think. 4 keys, we're good. Probably. Courtyard, wrong way. Guest bedroom plus 10 steps. Yeah. And literally nothing on the shelves for us. Ouch. Man, nothing. Servants' quarters. +1 key for every bedroom in your house. It's not terrible, but not what I wanted. Either way, we're gonna dead end, so. Master, lightships, guest, nursery, bunk, boudoir. There are 12 major keys. Hartley, right. Leaving purple socks. And oh. Right, Mr. Ruota. Central server site. I have you set up with a temporary admin key to allow you access to the network administrator controls. Showroom. No. Curses. Redraw. I'd really like to go straight through, because that's all we got. Ugh. 8 items. Attic. Interesting. Don't have anything for it, but nonetheless. Parlor. East Wing Hall. A second East Wing Hall off of this one. I like it. Wine cellar, billiard room. Three gems, but then it's a dead end. Billiard room. Nice. 11. 6 plus 3 is 9. Minus 2 is 7. Times 2 is 14. 3 minus 1 is 2. Times 15 is 30. Divided by 3 is 10. 4 times 10, so 40 divided by 40. A. Key to the secret garden. Extra coins, always appreciated. Where are we? This is not going to be the secret garden, so... At least I don't think so. Yeah, no. Lockpick. Nice. Great Hall, 7 locked doors. Awesome. We'll take that one. And go straight across. Dining room. Nice. Plus 20, and plus an additional 10 if you have trophy room in your house, which again cost 5 gems. Local Mount Holly delicacy, stuffed wild quail, served atop a plum aigre doux with roasted potatoes, bacon lardon, and wild chives. We'll eat that. Alright. Drafting studio. Never seen that one before. Select a new floor plan to permanently add to your estate's draft pool. I do not have any gems, so we're going to redraw. I do like the observatory, though we don't have any gems. Maid's chamber, less likely to find items laying around your house. Bedroom, free movement. One. Study. While drafting, may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Dead end. Walk-in closet. Can't do it. Hallway. Only one left. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Alright, well. Don't have any gems, so I can't do any of that. Lavatory, dead end. There is nothing in there, so I'm not even going to go in. Yeah, not worth it. Alright, we have one key. Right direction I'm facing, in the middle, probably fine. that one opens at least. A gem and 2 coin. And the eastern door has opened. Alright, well, can't pick the rest of them. Too bad. Right. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Back through the east wing to the chapel, to the library. Billiard room? Yeah. Never actually picked the drafting room, right? Drawing room? No. Okay. At this point, all we have left is we can go to the foundation and then go down to the basement. But I'm not seeing if that's going to do any good. We do have the sledgehammer. That's not going to get us the powered... probably won't be able to pound any holes in walls. So, the only places that I know that we had holes in walls that we could make were greenhouse, maybe the basement one more time. I think there was one more that I didn't get, but I don't remember where it is. Okay, Hall of Mirrors to the Mechanarium. That's not what I wanted. Hoople. Hall of Mirrors to the Mechanarium. To the foundation. Because we don't have a shovel. It spun too fast. Yeah, there you go. To the basement. This skips a whole bunch of other stuff in the middle. We can run through the downstairs area and see if there's anything down here interesting. I don't think there were any chests laying around. Nice. Running shoes. The assay stuff off of here. Don't really have anything useful in here. And then we get a back road to get to the other thing. Doesn't go from here either. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, right, okay. So, either of those two. Again, this goes over here. This is where the map is. It's completed. It tells us what everything is and where it all is. Right, we know the excavation tunnel. Number 10 is right at that corner, which is buried floor plan. So if we have the shovel, perhaps we need the power shovel to get through that floor. Right at that corner. Catacombs and the tomb entrance. Okay. Alright, this will get us back. This is not particularly helpful. Alright, with this I could get back over to here and then that'll get me over to the other side. Or that would be able to get me, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, back over to the map, maybe. If I went one more, we could go from here to that handle. or that handle to here. Doesn't seem like that's very helpful. That might help, but then I can't do anything. It's not available. No. Not helpful. Right, because this does not have another exit, so we're not getting out of here. Other way. I think I should be able to get to that other one, which I think raises the whole thing up. This is the one that raises it, but then it's not pointing at me either. Right? Yeah. So it's not going to be particularly helpful. So I can get from that to that. That's not an issue. Skips one. So like I could get there, which would again not be particularly helpful. I think I want to get it from here to there. That one. I don't think I've ever been there. That might be the point. So how do we do that? So if we go the other way, get this one back around to that. Sort of right? Question mark? No. Next one, yep. Okay. Here to here. Okay. Now this gets us to there, which allows us to rotate stuff. Means that if we put it 2 more places over, we might be able to get to a place where we've never been. Oh no, that's just here. But, oh, wait, hang on. I think that works. Okay, give me 2 more spaces. Oops. Just gonna run into the wall because I can't actually see. Not here. Previous. Previous. I think I got it. Alright, then we got 2 more spaces. Rotate, yeah. I think this is the one we've never been to. Wait. Yeah. Maybe we have. Wait. Damn. Hang on. Have we been to all of them? Yeah. Maybe we have already. I guess the puzzle was not really here. It was how to get to the other one. Oh well. That just gets back to the map. And then going the other way, that just gets us back over there. But actually, okay. There. Right, okay. This allows us to get to room 46. This would be maybe a record amount of time if we actually then went back upstairs and unlocked the... or went back upstairs and got that particular room. But then if we do that, is that just game over? Because I don't want to... Right. Back upstairs. Out the front door. use the burning glass to get those. Workshop. Yep. Not a dead end, so that helps. Battery. Nice. Meh. Magnifying glass does not combine with anything. Running shoes do not combine with anything. You know, lockpick kit does not combine with anything. Battery pack and sledgehammer need to be combined with something else, which we do not have. Battery pack and magnifying glass. No. And we already checked the others. Okay. Office. We do not have the gems. Yay. Parlor, reading nook. Always draft the library. That's an interesting paradox. Let's see what happens. We're dead ending anyway, so let's go with library just to see what happens because we have a book waiting for us back there. Interesting. So now we could, in theory, pull a new... Let's go back to that one. Right. So now we also have... We have another key. Could go back to the Great Hall. No, right, we needed a shovel to really get anywhere. Okay, let's go back up to the Great Hall then. I think it's this one. Yeah. Turn right. Chamber of Mirrors. And turn right again through the gymnasium. Yeah. Billiard hall. And the only other one on the right. is not going to be the secret garden, so how dare you? Right. This through the door on this side. Courtyard, drawing room. Billiard room. Could get another puzzle. This is not far enough yet. We needed one more key. One more key would have been able to do it. All right, 18. This is 3, 4 squared is 16. This is 25 minus 1 is 24 divided by 12 is 2. This is 3, 2, and 1 is 6. Squared is 36 minus 20 is 16. Times 2 divided by 2. Alright. Cool. That didn't matter at all, but it's all good. Wait. I opened this. Guess not. No, I didn't open that. I opened the other one, didn't I? Crap. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, that billiard room, I should have drafted the other one. Alright, call it a day here. 3 puzzle rooms, perplexing manor. New rooms 1. What was it this time? Servants' quarter. No, I've been in the servants' quarters before. I think I've been in the shrine. Probably vault. Yeah. Alright, we're going to save and quit here. And we will call it a night tonight. We will be back tomorrow for calculation of mathematics. And then we will be back on also Thursday, most likely for a D&D planning session. Well, not D&D, but TTRPG planning session. And then we'll be back again on Friday for more gamey type stuff. We're getting toward the last couple of times that we're going to be on stream before we end up moving. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun there. I hope you all have a great evening. We're going to go over and see somebody we're following. Wow. Okay. Colette's on day 184. Oh no. You know what? Let's go see Nega. Nega Oryx is a pretty wonderful streamer. She is currently working on Words on Stream, and we're just having a chill day over there. So hope you all have a good night. I will see you later. My name's Obi-Wan Pez. This is N Simplex Pachinko, and we'll catch you next time.